Hi, and I just want to say welcome so much to EasyWorm. Listen, this is a chance for us to really move forward with a brand new product. The product we're going to be talking about today is EasyWorm. This is me. My name is John Gibbons, and some of you may know me a little better from my grandfather, Yule Gibbons. Now, I got to tell you, I've been an outdoor guide and working in the outdoors for probably 30 some years plus. And in that time, I worked with a lot of youth groups, and I've been really involved with looking at the environment, as well as working in a lot of different other jobs that have to do with manufacturer production and trying to come up with a really good product that could help the environment as well as be something that would be fun and could be family oriented. And most of all, one of the passions I have is the outdoors, which I'm sure that if you're looking at this, you probably have that passion. So this is a chance for you to create a product at home yourself with my help called the EasyWorm. Now, my grandfather was Yule Gibbons. Some of you may know him from commercials in the past. However, he was also a naturalist and spent a lot of his time writing books about wild foods. Going on trips, he was in National Geographic. As a result of that, he passed on to me a very strong tradition and understanding of what's important in this environment. Outdoor Guide Training is a company which I belong to, and I'm actually the person who came up with this company, and it has to do with teaching people how to work effectively in the out of doors. So I wanted to develop products that would help that end. And this product that I'm going to show you is called EasyWorm, and that is one of the platforms that we use to promote the product, OutdoorGuideTraining.com, as well as places like Amazon, eBay, and Etsy. So the product is called EasyWorm. It's basically a way in which you can make a bio-friendly, some people call it bioplastic type of lure, which is made with just items that are in your house. Now, these are things that are found in your kitchen, and I gotta tell you, it's really easy for you to make this. What's cool about this whole process is that there's actually 3 different levels, and we're gonna get into that a little more, but let's start with level 1. Level 1 is just basic, and all it is, basic products you find around the house, and they're very safe, and anybody can do it. If you can heat up chowder, you can do this. So let's move on and look at some other products and other things that you can do with this mold, as well as this whole process. And what comes with this investment, what I'm going to be able to give to you with your simple investment. So this is an example of one of the first molds that I made. We have other molds that we're creating along the way. Now, I got to tell you, the cool thing about this mold is that it's made out of a PET product. Now, granted, that's plastic, and you're saying, well, we're trying to get away from plastic, but you know, you got to start somewhere. So what we're going to do is create a product that you can use in an environmental friendly way, because you know what's happening? A lot of things are changing in our environment. A lot of things are changing for laws. Do you remember when they outlawed lead and lead sinkers for fishing? Well, you know what? Plastic's on its way out. And I got to tell you, this is a first step. We can't do this overnight. Eventually, we want this mold and this product completely to be 100% either biodegradable or recycled in such a way that it's safe for the environment. And I got to tell you something. A lot of the big companies who are telling you that they're making bio-friendly things actually have plastic in the final product. So that is been stated right on a lot of their publications. Now, I want to tell you what separates this product from the other ones is that you actually, now you're going to get this mold, but you're going to actually make the product using what I call the Worm Formula Cookbook method, okay? And this guide is going to give you recipes, and there's about 3 major structures in which you can use to make these worms and these actual lures. By the way, did I mention that this is only one model of lure? Eventually, we're going to have several other ones. This one happens to be a worm. The product's name is going to stay the same, but actually we're going to go from worms to possibly things like tadpoles. We're going to make different kinds of structures in worms and also different kinds of baits that you can make, so you can just keep expanding in your arsenal. Now, the cool thing is that there's 3 levels of making these. The first level involves something very simple that is very safe, and basically I can't tell you that it's edible because this is not made to be eaten, but you can draw your conclusions from what's in the actual formula. Secondly, is one of the problems that people have with some of this bio-friendly kind of stuff is that they don't react as well as plastic. Well, on the second formula, we're going to show you how to stiffen things up, how to make them react better, how to work better. And then finally, we're going to give you a third formula, and that third formula is going to be the secret ingredient formula, which is really about lures and attractants that go into this process. I'm going to tell you, I've got this method that goes into this that is totally different. I've never seen it anywhere at all. It involves you actually working with nature and then making a product. Now, the final product on these last 2 types isn't something you would ever really want to consume. Would they hurt you? These things are made to be very environmentally friendly, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I can't, this is not a food product in any way. It's not meant to be. This is fish candy. This is made to catch fish. But we want to create something that's safe. And also, do you realize that plastic takes about 100 years to break down? Well, these particular types of lures will break down very quickly in the natural environment. And again, here's a little bit better look at one of the molds that we're using. Some of the more advanced molds that we're going to move on to, and the one that you get, this was actually one of the early prototypes, will actually have a different look to it. Included with this offer is an Easy Worm Magic 45-minute DVD, which is going to take you step by step with me through the process. I've really got kind of a face for radio, so you might see a lot of pictures in this kind of a format, but there's going to be some live action. We're going to show you it actually catching some fish along the way as well. So this is basically what one of these things looks like, and it's not actually going to be the same product that you're going to end up with, because what you do will change it, and the mold will be slightly different. Also, let's not forget the color will be different, the smell, the fish attractant is a huge part of this and part of the secret formula. 1% of all the products go to help young learners. So what does that mean? Well, 1% of the products that we sell over a period of time, which is a year, but we're going to distribute monthly, will be given absolutely free to young learners in some kind of special group. We're also going to extend that to other groups as well as young learners, but right now that's our concentration, bringing up the young learners of the world into a new process and something that's a bio-learning process, biodegradable types of learning. So our goal is to give 10% of all products to young learners over the next 3 years. Now, I want to tell you something. If you don't want this product, but you want to contribute and help our company get going, we'll be happy to send that on either to a group that you designate or just a young learner that you designate. We don't have a problem with that. We'd love to do that. EasyWorm.com, OutdoorGuideTraining.com are the places that you can find links to this information about our product. But Kickstarter is the place to be, right? Okay, and here's what you're going to get for your contribution. Now, this is usually, twice the cost to get this complete package. Do we sell cheaper packages, less expensive packages, starter packages? Sure, but we need your help to get going right now, and we're going to give you and compensate you with the complete package. It's going to have the worm formula book, it's going to have the mold, it's going to have one mold, not 2, but these are just different views. It's going to have the Easy Worm Magic 45-minute DVD. Okay. All right, so I just want to say, because I wanted to give you just a personal message, like really, up close and personal. This is an American-made product right here, small. We're talking small business, and I'm asking for your help for Kickstarter. I really appreciate it. I want to help others as well. So remember, whatever you are able to come up with for this amount, we're going to compensate you with the package, as well as make sure that we give right now 1% and ultimately 10% of product to youth groups and to especially our young learners. Thanks very much, and appreciate your time.